Right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I'm One Bar with Lupagus, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about five guys that could be their final hoorah in purple this Sunday. Five guys who might never put that purple on again.
Yeah, these aren't givens, but these are pretty likely guys who will not be suiting up for the purple after this Sunday. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it.
And at the end, we're going to have a little bit of a surprise player too. So stick around.
Wow.
What a teaser.
That was a good teaser.
Thank you.
And subscribe. And like the
subscribe, like the channel. Woo!
Please. For
shit
God's
done.
sakes. Let's do it.
All right. Well, let's start off. And this could either be we're not going to re-sign him, we're cutting him, whatever. So let's start off with number one, and whether he plays or not on Sunday. He hasn't played the last handful of games. But our beloved tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah, of all the guys on this list, this one kind of hurts me the most, hits me in my heart. I love Kyle Rudolph. Love what he's done for our team, what he does for the community. He's a great guy. But a couple things. His contract's massive over the next few years. And we've already seen that Tyler Conklin and Irv Smith Jr. can handle the tight end duties just fine. The Vikings passing game will be fine without Rudolph. We're already seeing the passing of the torch. So, Kyle, love you. Whether the Vikings trade or flat out cut you, I do not think he'll be back in purple after this Sunday.
Yeah, and I think this is one where probably both will just agree. Like, I think he just probably gets flat out cut. They probably tried to ship him real hard. But yeah, beloved Viking. But as of now, I think am I crazy to say Tyler Conkanonk is probably even better than him right now in his stage of his career?
Yeah, that is crazy to say.
No, it's not. Kyle Rudolph? No.
Absolutely.
He's getting a little long in the tooth. So Kyle Rudolph, I think it's fair that he will not be in purple next year.
And it's too bad he's not going to be able to play. I mean, I don't think he's going to play. He's pretty dinged up. So you like to see him go out on top, go out on a high note, but probably going out in street clothes.
Never know. He might take some sort of insanely team-friendly deal next year just to come back.
Maybe he'll be a tight end coach.
Oh, wow. All right, next guy up. The guy we had all hopes and dreams for, undrafted free agent back in the day, Anthony Harris, safety. He will be a unrestricted free agent.
From what I could tell last time he played, I think he already mentally has played his last game with the Vikings. He did not show up. His head was somewhere else. He did not give two shits. He did not try. As good as he's been the last couple of years, I don't think he wants to be here anymore in his shows. So, yeah, definitely going to be Anthony Harris's last game. He's going to still demand a fair amount on the open market. I don't think the Vikings have the funds, and I think they're ready to move on as well as Anthony Harris is ready to move on too.
Yeah, I think they were hoping they could trade him in the offseason, and either they didn't get the package they wanted. I think they were more forced to just bring him back. So, yeah, he is gone. He gave us some very good value being that undrafted free agent, but he can go make some big money elsewhere.
I also didn't get the package I wanted.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I've seen it. I've seen it up close and personal. Next guy that I don't think anyone will be too upset about. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Defensive tackle, Shamar Stephen.
Yeah, it was kind of fun when he came back. It was one of these guys who leaves for a year, then the Vikings re-sign. You don't always see that. It doesn't happen very often. He was good in 2017. Great run stuffer, 7th round pick of the Vikings. Developed into a pretty good player, but his play fell off the map. It really did last year. You see him take a big step backwards. He's supposed to be there to stuff the run. The Vikings are one of the worst run defenses right now in all of football. Shamar Stephen, this will be your last game, and I, for one, will not shed a tear.
No, another late round guy that just outperformed his draft status. But, yeah, I'm not going to miss this guy at all. Defensive line is one of the worst ever, and he is a big part of that. So, Shamar Stephen, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. I wish you well, but goodbye.
Next up, one that it's going to be interesting to see how this one lands in the offseason, but linebacker Eric Wilson, former undrafted free agent from Cincinnati.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Will he come back? Can the Vikings re-sign him? I feel like they want to. I feel like they'd love to have him back, but money's going to be an issue here. It might come down to him or Anthony Barr, who they want to pay for. I do think Barr's presence, him not being there with Felt this year, he's able to cover some of those routes that We saw guys get free on with tight ends and backs. And also he has got enough speed to track down these guys and try and get the edge and force them out of bounds early. So we did miss him this year, as much as the stat sheet might not show the importance to this defense that he brings. But oh God, yeah. I mean, Wilson, I think it's going to come down to him. Being worth more than the Vikings can afford.
Yeah, Eric Wilson, 26 years old. Anthony Barr, still only 28 years old. Obviously, he's had some injury issues, but I can't see how they bring both of these guys back. I think you're right. I think they'll have to pick. And I think Eric Wilson, I wouldn't say he's gone, but he's going to be probably commanding some pretty decent money. He's earned it. Playmaking tight end. The guy just makes plays, except for last week when the balls were bouncing off his face. Lucky. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I think you call him a tight end. He's actually a linebacker, but yeah, you're right. It's going to have to be one or the other between him or Barr. He'll be interesting. But I think the one guy on the list that has the best chance of coming back is Eric Wilson.
Eric Wilson, final, another one that probably no tears will be shed. Kicker Dan Bailey.
Yeah, and myth. Well, you can go ahead. You can start on this one.
Oh, all right. Well, this is easy. They're not going to want him back. They're going to take his little key from him right after the game on Sunday. He has just been a complete mess after last year having a pretty good year. Had a good start to this year, fell off the rails. Time to start over, and this will just be the theme of special teams anyways. They're gonna bring back completely new players at probably every special teams position.
Yeah, I think it's even worth wondering if he's even going to kick this Sunday. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but if you have Taylor Burtle on your roster, why not see what he's got? Maybe you make them both active and you rotate kicks. I don't know what you do. We've seen what Bailey has. We've seen what he's got. We've seen him screw up. We've seen him miss extra points. For what he's going to, I think his contract's like it's over $2 million the next couple of years. There's no way he's come back at that. Look at what Mike Nugent's been doing for Arizona. I don't think he's missed a kick yet. They signed him off the street a couple weeks ago. The Vikings just need to go that route and find somebody because I think at this point anybody is better than Dan Bailey.
Yeah, it's too bad. Dan Bailey, very, very good career. Came to the Vikings and just kind of sucked, but they need to start from scratch. They need to start over, and Dan Bailey's not their guy. So those are the 5 guys we think will not be back or have a chance of not being back. Who is your surprise guy, surprise player that won't be back?
Surprise guy. I'm going to throw a big curveball at you here. You ready? Did you ever hit a curveball?
No, I didn't hit anything. I didn't hit fastballs. I didn't hit changeups. I didn't hit anything.
I'm going to go Kirk Cousins. And the only way I think it happens is somehow the Vikings trade him. I know there's a huge contract issue there, but if we're looking for a real major surprise, if Kirk Cousins does go, and then I think Zimmer probably goes with him, I think it's a hand-in-hand thing. But there's a very slim chance that this could be Kirk Cousins' last game in purple.
Wow. I'm going Adam Thielen. Still got some value, getting up there in age, depending on what we do in that draft. If we all of a sudden have a young receiver to bring in, while I don't think this would happen at all, this is a surprise one, and it's one to keep an eye on because he does have value. And if the Vikings just, for some reason, fire the head coach, bring in somebody new, I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah, if you see Adam Thielen on another team, he just screams Patriot to me. He just does. I don't know.
Screams Browns to me.
I mean, that would make sense getting back with Stefanski, but they got plenty of weapons over there.
All right, well, there you have it. Those are our guys. You got a fact for us?
Yeah, I do have a fact, and usually I like to try to set it up a little bit, but since you just forced it down my throat, I'm going to go ahead and just say it. Adolf Hitler once gave a man a medal because he found his joke funny.